Hey everyone, this is Vil. So in this video I am going to show you actually a really unique way how you can find drop servicing niche, or actually any niche in general. I have not seen anyone talk about this kind of way of finding a niche, and I have read pretty much every single article out there about niche selection because I love geeking out about this stuff. So watch the whole video because I guarantee it's going to be very useful. So I'm going to tell you a really unique way how you can find your niche. I'm also going to tell you what exact things you need to look into and how you need to understand these things for your business. I'm also going to give you a little quick live example of how you would go about finding a niche and a bunch of other stuff, so make sure to watch everything. By the way, I do have a lot of very useful things, a lot of freebies for drop servicing, so on my website, so check out the link down below in the description. I also have a couple of other YouTube channels, so I will link them down below as well. Now let's jump straight into the video. Alright, so that unique way that I mentioned is to actually think about marketing first. So this is something that I learned throughout the years and something that I see among a lot of people. I get a lot of messages about this. The number one struggle that I see with people is getting the customers, to actually acquiring clients. So what it makes sense for me to do is to actually first of all figure out how am I going to drive traffic, how am I going to get clients, and then from there we are going to figure out, okay, with this method, what is the best niche. One very important thing I want you to understand from this video is that you can have the perfect niche, you can have the perfect service and all of that. Your website can be amazing, best sales pages and all of that. But if you don't know how to drive traffic, then no one is going to see it and your business is going to fail. Whereas on the other hand, if you don't have the best niche and your sales pages suck, if you know how to drive really cheap traffic, you could still be successful. So this is one thing that you have to really understand, and this is why I'm saying that figure out first what is your traffic method, and then from there we are going to reverse engineer what is a good niche within that traffic method. And I'm not saying, by the way, that all of the other things don't matter. They obviously do, but you have to at least know a little bit how to drive cheap traffic, and then you can concentrate on improving your sales and all of that to increase your conversions and have customers that come back and all that kind of stuff. So when it comes to actual traffic methods, there are a lot of different methods. So obviously you can go with ads, and it also depends what kind of ads you use, because you're going to sell different services using different ads. So let's say if you're using Facebook ads and you're using Instagram ads, the way you portray your services and what kind of services you have are going to be a little bit different. If you're using Google ads, they're going to be completely different. If you're using YouTube ads, again, completely different one more time, and Pinterest as well, different once again. What you can also do is use Pinterest marketing. This is right now my favorite marketing method out there, and I do have a full out course just on Pinterest and marketing alone. I do have also a free mini course, so there's going to be a link down below in the description. It's an amazing way to drive traffic and get clients, and it works for drop servicing as well. Influencer marketing, another strategy to get sales. Creating your own content, so whether it's YouTube videos like this or blogging, perhaps using SEO, search engine optimization. You can also do affiliate marketing, create teams that are going to drive sales for your drop servicing business. So there are a lot of different methods, and I'm not going to go into them because this is not what the video is about, but basically just narrow down and choose one method that you think works the best for you. So once you have done that, once you chose which traffic method you are going to use, then you need to reverse engineer. These two words are some of my favorite words. I love reverse engineering everything. I think it works really well. So what you really want to do is you want to see what exactly is trending within that traffic method. So for example, if you're going to be using ads, you're going to, let's say, use Facebook advertising, then you need to go and figure out what exactly is popping within Facebook advertising right now, and that can be a good niche for you to jump on, rather than choosing the niche and then seeing, oh, do Facebook ads work or not? Should I be wasting a lot of money or not? If you're going to choose Facebook ads, go see what works within ads, and I'm going to give you a little live example just in a moment of how exactly you go about doing this. But also what I want to mention is, once you do that, or as you are doing that, you also need to check competition, which is very, very important. And also you want to check your ad costs. So if you're going to be running ads, even if at the beginning you don't want to run ads, it's still good to see what are the ad costs, because eventually as you scale, you will probably want to start running ads. By the way, if you are enjoying this video so far, make sure to smash that like button. I would really appreciate that. Okay, so let's say that we chose Pinterest as our traffic method because I absolutely love it. One cool thing that Pinterest has right now is Pinterest Trends, and as you can see here, it basically works the same as Google Trends, if you know what it is. You got United States, you got UK, and you got Canada. Hopefully later they will add other countries as well. And let's just say we are going to put in some sort of, well, they actually have some topics that you can choose from, but let's just say we did a little bit of Google search, or kind of just brainstorm from the biggest topics out there. And let's say we want to check something like keto diet. So if you put keto diet in, as you can see, actually it seems like it's decreasing on Pinterest. Certain things are sort of increasing a little bit, but in general I would say, because the main keyword is decreasing quite a bit, I don't really quite see beginner rules. It could work for certain things, but I would say probably a little bit dying out, or well, not dying out, but a pretty saturated niche. So another key term, for example, let's say we would choose, I know this is pretty popular because a lot of my friends are talking right now about working out their butts. Here we go. Perfect, absolutely perfect. So, well, the butt workout, as you can see, it looks okay, nothing too spectacular, but what I saw is all of these, as you can see, this is trending a lot. And obviously because of the circumstances right now, you got the home workouts that are trending quite a bit. But this is also the thing that you have to understand. Something like this, it's trending maybe just for right now, but it doesn't mean that the trend is going to continue. I would assume that it's trending a lot now, but within a few months it's going to die out. So that might not be the best option. If you look at what we got else, big butt workout, so this is increasing quite a bit. Butt lift workout, looks really promising. Bubble butt workout, I honestly don't know what it means. I don't know whether that's like a specific term for, I'm assuming that just means really big glutes. I'm assuming that's what it means, but this is actually really great because I'm assuming I'm not in the niche or anything, but I would say because it sounds like such a specific term that a lot of people, a lot of advertisers might not think to include this. I would assume that a lot of people might include, okay, big butt workout, things like that, but not a lot of people might concentrate and target bubble butt workout. I can't believe we're going with this term, but actually I think this is a really good term. And then again, you got upper butt workout as well, increasing quite a lot. So bubble butt, I really like this one. It shows like it has potential to be a good niche. Okay, so I went on to Pinterest and I sorted out, basically put in the keyword bubble butt, and I can't believe this is the keyword we're using. But I really hope no one's gonna look at my search history. I sorted it out by saves, and this is just from the first 4 pages. And as you can see, there is quite a lot of volume. What you really want to look at is something like this, let's say, something that's, you know, you want to click through from the pin to go to a page. And there are some pins that have quite a bit of volume. And the interesting thing here is I do see that a lot of these, they do have the keyword bubble butt, but some of them, they actually only have a keyword of butt in them or glutes in them. So I feel like, and I need to have a look a little bit more into this, I'm just really glancing at it, but I would assume that even though it's competitive, I think it will be possible to rank some pins and get some traffic from Pinterest for this specific keyword. And if we go to Google, the interesting thing, so if I put in bubble butt workout, and by the way, I'm not just putting in bubble butt because I feel like a lot of creepy guys would probably look into that, like just search for the term. But if you put in workout, as you can see here, the search volume is 1600, and then the cost for AdWords, the estimated cost anyway, is 14 cents for a click, which is really good. So there is a good amount of interest. We got 1600 searches. And for Pinterest, by the way, if a topic appears in Pinterest trends, that means that there is enough volume for Pinterest to actually show it up. So there is quite a bit of interest as well on Pinterest. And as you can see here, you have quite a few YouTube videos as well. So this already gives me quite a few ideas of how I would go about working in this niche. And if you want, actually, I don't know, I find it really funny that it's a bubble butt niche, but if you want me to make another video just how I would go about creating a drop servicing business with this niche of bubble butts, do let me know in the comments. I might do it because I actually think that this is a good niche, and I'm already getting a lot of ideas just while talking. As you can see, Pinterest again is appearing quite a lot in the images. I can tell all of these images are from Pinterest. This is sort of why I love Pinterest, because again, it's not just traffic you're gonna get from Pinterest, but as you can see, your images might rank on Google as well. So when someone comes on Google, goes to images, they will go to your website. So again, amazing traffic. And then basically what you would want to do, obviously, you want to check the competition and go through all these websites and see whether there is someone who has established themselves as authority for this. I'm not going to do all of that right now, but this is basically how you would proceed to finding your niche and investigating whether it's good or not, to see whether you can compete with other websites. And there are a lot of different tools that you can use kind of to see what the competition is like. And also you can use such tool as Keyword Surfer, which was what I used to see this estimate. And on the side as well, you see you have a lot of related keywords, so you can kind of also see, even if let's say this term wouldn't work, you could get some ideas from here to see, okay, what's a related niche maybe, or what's like a sub niche of that niche, if you can dig in a little bit further and find something good. By the way, as an example, I just put in six-pack workout, and if we look again at the search volume, it's 2,400 an estimated search volume, so a little bit bigger but not that crazy of a difference. And here the Google AdWords shows up as $2.09 on average. So that's more than 10 times, even though the search volume is not even that crazy different. So really, bubble butt seems like it could be a pretty good niche. The next thing you might want to do is go on Google Trends, same as Pinterest Trends, and we will just want to see what's happening with a topic. So you always want to find something that's trending up and you can pursue it, rather than something that's already dying down. And if we put in bubble butt workout, what we can see, and this is really interesting actually, because as you see, the interest was increasing quite a bit on Google, but now it kind of looks like it's starting to decrease. So this is very, very interesting again, because if we would have just found this topic, this niche, through Google, and we would have, well, I mean, Google Trends, we would have probably just assumed that, okay, this niche is dying out and it's not worth pursuing. But because we did the reverse engineering and we went on Pinterest and we decided we're gonna drive traffic with Pinterest, we saw that on Pinterest it's actually working really well, and it's actually picking up, and it might be a good niche. So that's the interesting thing, that don't always just, you know, look up Google Trends and that's it. Depending on how exactly you're driving traffic, even if a topic is dying out on Google Trends, it still might work on a certain traffic method. Another thing I wanted to show you is that if we choose here, instead of all pins, we choose video pins, you will see that yes, there are a lot of keywords that have bubble butt in them, as you can see, but at the same time, it looks like a lot of these videos, they are basically just a video either showcasing bubble butts or having one exercise for bubble butt, and there aren't that many videos that would have sort of a title that has a call to action for someone to go to your website. So this could be kind of like a unique way that if you have something that stands out among these videos, you can get a little bit more traffic and you can get people to come to your website, and then you can sell the services to them. And actually, one thing as well that I just realized is I don't see any ads. Oh, actually, okay, I am actually in Asia now. Let me put on my VPN and let's see what ads look like. Okay, so I put on my VPN and technically now I am in United States. But the interesting thing is, if we go for the term bubble butt, there are no ads. No ads are appearing, and you can see if I put in workout, you can see right here, right away, we have an ad. We have another ad right here as well, but we don't have any ads for this keyword. And as you saw, this keyword is trending and it has quite a lot of interest. And this is one of the reasons why I absolutely love Pinterest, because it has a lot of search volume, a huge audience, but so very few marketers, so very few businesses use Pinterest that you can still find keywords that have zero ads and you can get really, really low conversion. So just imagine if we would put a couple of ads on this keyword, we could get really low clicks and we could make a lot of profit with bubble butt drop servicing service. Oh, and I just realized also by saying that it might sound weird for some of you that I am talking about this niche, because what exactly do bubble butts have to do with drop servicing? But really just sort of think of what is the problem. So the problem is that some girls can't get bubble butts, or well, they can't grow a big butt. So what you can do very easily, let's say I would just find someone on, let's say, Instagram or something like that, and a girl that works out and perhaps has butt routines or something like that, and then I would create a service. I create a website with a service that does coaching, or it does consulting, or it perhaps creates personalized programs, something like that, and then I would advertise that service through Pinterest and then get that girl to do all of the work for me, so I don't need to do anything because I have no idea about bubble butts. So this is sort of how you would go about to work with a niche. I hope that makes sense. Again, I think it's a really good niche. So if you want me to make a separate video of just how I would go about creating a drop servicing business for this niche, for the bubble butt niche, you let me know in the comments down below. Okay, so I hope you somewhat understood how the reverse engineering would look like. And when it comes to this, by the way, also what I wanted to mention is that you want to find a unique way how you can approach things. So sort of always have that in the back of your head when you look at all of this stuff. For example, what I showed you with Pinterest, and you have a lot of pins for bubble butts workouts, but when it comes to videos, you only have the basic videos of showing an exercise, but you don't really have that many videos that have a different format and they stand out and they get the click-through rates. So always think of how you can approach things differently to stand out, and whether a niche actually has that potential for you to do something different. And if it does, then that can be a good niche. I think this is one of the most important things, as well as I said, the marketing, and then decide if there is something unique that you can do to get those customers. The next thing I wanted to discuss is scope of a niche. This is actually something that frustrates me quite a bit, because whenever I see people talking about drop servicing, all that they seem to be talking about is digital marketing. And I just want to tell you that think a little bit outside the box, think further than that. Yes, B2B is really good in terms of high price tags. So obviously you're going to, and by the way, sorry if you don't know what B2B is business to business, whereas B2C is business to consumer. And drop servicing doesn't just have to be B2B. You can also sell to consumers. If you're selling to businesses, you're going to have much higher price tags, because businesses can just afford to pay higher money. They need services that are going to make them money as well. But at the same time, when you really think about it, okay, let's say you have a specific service, you might be able to sell it to few hundred businesses, perhaps 1,000 different businesses. But if you go the consumer route, you can really find millions of customers that you can sell to, and the price tag might be lower. But if you're selling to a million people instead of 1,000 companies, you can still make a lot more money, and it can be, I would say it can be even a little bit easier automated. So this is sort of the example that I made. Again, back to the bubble butts. Girls that want these bubble butts, there are probably millions and millions of girls that you could be selling this service to. Okay, so the next way to find a niche is service websites, and it would be strange if I wouldn't mention this, and I think you already have an idea what I'm talking about. I think we can all say it together: Fiverr and Fiverr alternatives. So basically what you can do, you can go to some of these websites and you can start brainstorming from there to find your niches. And it doesn't just have to be Fiverr, it can also be websites such as Upwork or Freelancer or similar websites to that. So if we go on Fiverr, you will see that right here at the top we basically have the different categories, and when you hover over the category you will see the different niches or services. It kind of depends, because sometimes, let's say something like logo design, I would categorize this as a service, whereas if we, let's go to digital marketing, let's say we have social media marketing. Within social media marketing, you have the different platforms, you have the different things you can do. You can manage someone's social profile, you can do ads, you can create a whole profile, branding, and all of those kind of things. So you have a lot of services within that. So basically what you can do is you can go through some of these different niches and you can get ideas from here. One thing I would say is, if you really want to stand out, perhaps go here, get some ideas, but then try to think how you can make them unique. How can you put your own twist on things? Or perhaps you can combine different things and package them in a way that is a little bit different than what you would find on Fiverr, and then it's going to be easier for you to sell it to your customers. So basically, as I said, here you have mostly it's digital type of services, and most of this is going to be to business clients. Sometimes you might be able to sell some of these things to consumers as well. And now you actually also have the lifestyle section, and in here you do have some things that could potentially be more towards just a regular consumer. As we said, what we talked about again, Bubble Butt. You got your fitness lessons here, so you could go to the fitness lessons and you could find a personal trainer that is going to maybe do services of consulting, coaching, planning, whatever it is for your Bubble Butt drop servicing business. And aside from Fiverr, you can also again go to all of these other websites and just see what kind of services they have. And if you go to something like Upwork, you can see different job postings and just see what is being posted a lot. And from there, you might start to kind of get an idea what sort of niches are trending, what people are looking for. But then again, as I said, these are business to business, so try to think a little bit further outside and try to find some websites as well that perhaps have services that are not just business to business. So when it comes to niche selection, the next thing I want to talk about is going deeper. So what I mean by this is, at the very beginning, if you have no idea what kind of niches you should pursue, just Google of the most common niches out there and just start narrowing it down. So look at some evergreen niches and then find sub niches of those niches, and then if there are sub niches of the sub niches, go even further as far as you can. So for example, if we would look at something like health, which is one of the biggest niches out there, then we can narrow it down to diet, and from diet we can narrow it down to keto diet. And as we saw now, it seems like keto diet might be a little bit saturated, but if you would have done that a couple of years ago when it was just starting out, that could have been a good niche for your drop servicing business. And this is also, by the way, the thing what we also did with the Bubble Butts. Basically, I thought about, okay, there's fitness is one of the biggest niches, and I know a lot of my friends are talking about how to get a bigger butt. So from fitness, we narrowed it down to butt workouts, and from butt workouts, we narrowed it down to Bubble Butt workouts, and that's the niche we got. Another thing what you can do rather than just looking for niches, you can look for the biggest problems, because at the end of the day, with your service, really what you are doing is you're helping out someone with their problem. Even if their problem is that they don't make enough money and you're helping them to make more money, you are basically helping to solve someone's problem. And even better than the biggest problems, what you can look out for is new problems. So combine problem with something that is trending, something that's a new problem. Again, to go back to our example of Bubble Butts, the problem there is, and this is actually how it came into my mind, is because I know a lot of girls are struggling to get a big butt. So that's a problem that we need to help to solve. And if you're going to pursue that niche, do you let me know how it goes? You are going to make a lot of guys very happy if you're helping girls out with this problem. So aside from all of that, a really good thing honestly is just to stalk influencers, whether that is Instagram influencers, YouTube, TikTok, whatever it is, because influencers are sort of the people who are starting trends these days. So if you are following influencers and you see what they do, you can kind of almost predict what the next big niche is. So let's say something like, again, I don't really know too much about Bubble Butt niche, or I don't really know too much about celebrities per se, but I'm pretty sure that Kim Kardashian was probably one of the people who started out this trend of having a really big butt. I'm assuming, I don't really know. If you have been following her for a while and you saw that she is making big butts popular, then that is sort of a way for you to see what is the up and coming niche. So basically just follow a bunch of different influencers, just see what's trending, and not just maybe one specific influencer necessarily, but what's also happening on the platform in general. So you always have different trends that are happening in Instagram, that are happening on YouTube or TikTok. So perhaps one of these trends could be your niche, or something related to the trend could be your niche. So just go out there and consume a lot. Honestly, this is how I find a lot of good niches, just going through that, and always basically everything you do, always keep in back of your mind, how can I monetize this? How can I make a business out of this? And you will see that if you keep that in back of your mind, a lot of niches are going to come to you, even from the weirdest things that you would never really think about. Another thing that I really love is popular blog posts. So basically just find some blogs and find what are the best blog posts on those blogs, and perhaps you have a good niche there. Also trend websites, so basically just websites that show you different trends. Again, so you want to find something that is up and coming, and these websites can be pretty good. And also just product websites, by the way, because even if there is a product, even if it's not a service, it's a product, perhaps you can create some sort of service that goes with a product or is sort of in the same niche. And news media is another great way, basically, again, just to see what is new and what is getting popular. So hope you found this video useful, and it's going to be easier for you to choose the niche that you want to pursue. As I said, I have a lot of useful freebies and whatnot on my website, so a link down below in the description. If you found this video useful, make sure to smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and put on those notifications so you see every single time I publish a new video. Stay awesome, and I'll see you soon.